Human experiences have been represented in a massive range of different stories. Books, music, movies. Storytelling is a powerful representational tool to portray human experiences. This allows audiences from all around the globe to be able to see the world through a different lens.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. But why is this important? You see, human experiences can be represented both individually and collectively, and when we are presented with these depictions, it helps us gain knowledge into ourselves and ultimately the world. We are led to reflect on our own qualities and emotions to make connections between our world of text and the community around us. Up until a few years ago, I would just watch movies if it came up on the television, and I would wait for some big action scene or for something dramatic to happen for me to get excited. But it's much more deeper than that. You see, if you try and really appreciate the context of the characters and their different emotions, watching movies will become a whole new experience. Not too long ago, I walked out of the theater having just seen Joker. Now, I really enjoyed this movie. This movie is a prime example of how we as an audience can view text and learn about ourselves and others. Arthur Fleck, a man suffering from mental illness, is placed in a society that abandons him and doesn't care for him. Joker successfully explores the loss of mental freedom through the resentment society and certain individuals have for Arthur. This is evident via a mid-shot and a news article where we see Arthur watch politicians degrade people similar to him. As a result, Arthur is unable to think for himself in a positive manner anymore and starts to go down a path of self-loathing and depression. This destructive behavior is made especially evident through the use of multiple dream sequences. Here we see Arthur's desire for a person who can support him through these tough times, his neighbor Sophie. These dream sequences are seen in multiple scenes throughout the movie, creating a deception upon the audience up until a certain point of the movie. Once the deception is unveiled, we are able to see its portrayal of the significance of Arthur finding a person he can connect with. The significance of a human's experience with another person is to form a special connection or bond. Because of his lack of this connection with anyone, and the fact that he's mentally unstable, he envisions in his mind a reality in which he truly believes that he and Sophie are in a relationship. We are shown the effects a significant other has on him, and how for a temporary period of time, he is shown to have mental freedom and a sense of hope in his life. Therefore, when the audience is revealed to the fact that it's all been envisioned in Arthur's head, and that we were only seeing his desire, not reality, and that Sophie actually feels bitterness towards Arthur, the scenes of when they were creating a special connection with each other has an even greater impact on the audience. In addition to this, Arthur also has a longing desire to be accepted for who he is without having to change his persona. This desire is met at the end of the movie, presented by mid-shots and low angles when Arthur steps up on the police car and is celebrated by everyone. These low angles are used to further emphasize the fact that he has finally been accepted into society and is now looking down at them as if he is now superior. Arthur has also regained his mental freedom and creates inspiration opposing society's social normalities through fully embracing himself. This idea draws attention to the significance of the scene, and the audience is able to empathize with his triumph over his own mental and social battles. Similar to Joker, Billy from Stephen Daldry's Billy Elliot also has a desire to be accepted for who he is. Billy Elliot follows the life of a young boy growing up in a hyper-masculine town of Durham in northern England, with the desire to become a ballet dancer while also fighting the social convention of boys participating in feminine activities. Within the film, it is evident that Daldry's storytelling is a powerful representational tool to portray human experiences. In this scene, Billy is first introduced to the world of ballet. The scene shows Billy's reluctance towards boxing through his slumped posture and his facial expressions. We are aware of the fact that Billy does not want to be there, but due to expectations from his father and the community, he has to. The signifier of the boxing gloves around Billy's neck. It symbolizes the burden placed on his shoulders by his family, and the use of the dialogue when the boxing coach tells Billy he is a disgrace to them gloves, your father, and the traditions of this boxing hall, portrays the violent and masculine expectations that the community wants from him. This is where we see Billy being trapped within a world that holds inflexible rules and traditions based on stereotypes and gender bias. However, due to these restrictions on Billy, he continues to persevere despite the social convention. Furthermore, Billy also desires to be accepted by his family and community. This desire is accomplished in the final scene of the movie, Billy's Big Night. Billy has now grown up and is in the ballet Swan Lake. Jackie is shown to be proud that Billy is performing with an anomalous close-up shot of his face with tears in his eyes. Billy is shown to have achieved beyond his desire to be accepted by his family and the community through the freeze frame of Billy leaping into the air, representing his triumphant transition into the world of ballet and his consequential freedom. Overall, it is truly clear that storytelling is a powerful representational tool to portray human experiences. It is also clear that it is significant for a story to represent individual desires which resonate with audiences, such as acceptance and companionship.